Hey guys, happy Friday. It is March 26th. It is almost noon and I'm pretty much done for the day. I have one trade open, but I am just going to set a sell limit order. Um, and if it gets filled, great. If it doesn't, well, it's, options expiring on April 9th. So I have plenty of time. And it is not my HD options that I was swinging and that I said I would close today. Nope. I will explain to you what I did with HD, but first I want to talk to you about the trade that I just opened. WYNN. WYNN, if you remember, it was one of the trades that I was swinging, and I ended up, I went in here, it, I went in here with April's first calls. The stock went down this day, even though this entry was great. The markets were not playing nice and the stock really suffered this day, and then it gapped down, right? So my calls really suffered, and even though they recovered very nicely yesterday, we were not able to break this level and we fell again, tried to go back up but couldn't. So that's where I got out. Fine, great, fair. Okay. Today, the stock has gapped up a little bit, but it's going nowhere, and I will explain to you why I think that is in a minute. But let's see. I used my breakdown continuation pattern. I set this high of the pre-market, and this looked like a level that I wanted to keep an eye out for, and surely enough it is turning out to be very significant. Okay, so we broke pre-market low. Here we were retesting moving average, and almost at the end of the candle we were at the minimum. So that's where I went in. Right? That's where I went in. I thought that the retest had, was not going to be complete, but, it was fine, right? And also, we were having more volume than the candle before, so the entry was not forced per se. It wasn't 100% perfect, but it was okay. But in the last few seconds of this candle, we got a little push up, and up we went to the pre-market low. We retested it, and then we went down. And this would have been the picture perfect entry, the continuation after the actual retest on more volume than the previous candle. Now mind you, there are a number of things about this strategy and indicators really that I use that I'm not saying here, right? I am keeping that for my students. But like this is a very solid strategy that you might want to evolve your system, to build your system around, okay? Great, so this is where I went, this is where I went in. It's acting at, okay, so it couldn't break this level, remember that level right there? It was actually a level yesterday as well, right? We couldn't break it, but I mean, the markets are not happy lately. They're green today, but if you look at the Nasdaq on the daily, this is a downtrend. We are struggling with this level. I do think we can go down. I do think we can go down on WYNN. Now, why? Okay, so this is the daily. Why do I think we can go down? Well, we had a swing here. We were testing the 50-day simple moving average. I think it was the 50 or the 25. I can't remember. But even though we gapped up today, we're pushing down. All right, so when I mean we got the pop that I was looking for, right? It's just that I had to cut my loss before I got it. But I think this is heavier and it wants to go down, right? That's what I think, and that's why I'm going to hold my calls over the weekend. Now, yesterday I said that I don't like to hold over the weekend, right? I don't like to hold overnight, much less, sorry, much less over the weekend. Well, here I am going with about half size to maybe even a third of my regular position, right? So it is a bit of an experiment, but hey, if it works out, it's a nice chunk of change, right? So like I said, I'm going to set a sell limit order, probably at the 30% target, which is my target intraday. Obviously, oh, look at that, it's falling. That's good. Obviously, more is better, but I don't want to be too greedy, right? Now let's see what happens at this level, because if we break it, and the Nasdaq is falling, look at that. Boom, the Nasdaq is falling, the SPY is falling. Now it's still above, it's green and above VWAP, so I'm not saying that, Rome is burning. Also, green and above VWAP. So we still have to, break VWAP and go red for the day for WYNN to really fall. But I mean, if it's falling, even with the Nasdaq green and above VWAP, hey, good for me, right? If we get one more weekday, I think this will fall even harder, right? Good. Okay, and yeah, about the indexes, really quick. Let's see. Okay, so this is still part of the swing. Okay, so we are in a downtrend, right? Maximum, maximum, maybe maximum, maybe. So you see that the maximums are decreasing, or the highs are decreasing, and so are the lows, right? So until we break this level right here, we are in a downtrend, period, right? Um, and yeah, so I might place some longs here and there, but only intraday, and being very careful, okay? As for the Nasdaq, we are still in a downtrend too, right? High, high decreasing. If we cannot, if we go down from here, this would be the new high. Low, 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 right? So decreasing as well. Until we break this level right here, we are in a downtrend. And yeah, look at when it's falling. Let's go to the 3 minute. Okay, good, good. All right, okay. Right, so yeah, that's, oh, right, hold on. Let me just talk to you about HD. What did I do? Okay, so HD, if you recall, let me open the, that's okay, I'll just do it like this. If you recall, I closed half my position yesterday, right? I went in here, closed it here, and today, this is where we opened, right? And today we had this 300 level right there. We were kind of heavy here, and I let it go right there at the beginning of this candle. Once I saw that it was starting to push down, I let it go. I said that 300, I didn't think we could break 300. Well, I was clearly mistaken, but then again, hindsight is 2020, right? So yeah, I closed it for, hold on. I already have the average. All right, so all in all, this I closed, I think it was like 50 something percent. All in all, the average of this trade was, give me 1 second, 30.58%, which is my average gain, you know, or my target anyway. Um, it could have been a lot more if I had held it and I didn't, you know, I wasn't pressed for time or anything, but you know, I saw this level here. I wanted to be safe and I wanted to stick to the plan. I said I didn't think we could break this level, so, and things were starting to feel heavy, and we did dip, and we actually broke VWAP momentarily, right? So it was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do to get out. You know, if you had more than one contract and you wanted to scale out, you could have done that too, but I didn't. So anyway, no regrets. Okay, great. So like I said, I'm gonna put I will say it, a sell order for my WYNN puts, and look at this breakdown, retest. Let's see if we can continue now. And last but not least, I wanted to cover one more example of my pattern, right? This, just because, you know, like I didn't give any yesterday, so I figured I would do one today, even though I did not trade this. I just saw it. I didn't take it. Square, break the pre-market high. We retest it, and when we go back up with volume, this is where we go in, and the indexes were helping a little bit, and yeah, it was okay. Now they turned around because this market is very choppy and it doesn't like longs really. But you can see how easy it is to see the breakout, retest, continuation with volume. And again, there are more indicators that I use, but you guys don't get to see those in these videos. Okay. Alright, so thank you so much for checking out the video. Enjoy the weekend, get some time to yourself, and I will talk to you on Monday. Cheers, bye.